Hello, and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga. And well, Arsenal just feels Arteta has decided that he'll just keep doing what Pep Guardiola keeps doing. Why I'm saying that is because the result was also the same, and Arsenal have kind of got their 8 points clear. But then the reason I'm saying this is because we've seen how this game kind of went, like how in my mind Arteta and Pep Guardiola are kind of doing a favor to each other, and by saying that, okay, Arsenal, Pep Guardiola says Arsenal, City's going to beat them by 4-1, Liverpool, and Arteta says, not a problem, boss. I can do this better and continue the streak. Garcia, in my mind, and also feel like Leeds already decided that they're going to let this game go. Because they're in the relegation battle as well, so they need the players to kind of have some rest and come back. Hence, I almost felt like the squad that was playing for Leeds, who did not have the firepower that they could have on the starting lineup. Like Rodrigo was on starting, Bamford was on starting, Cooper was not starting, McKennie didn't start, and I feel that they're one of some of the key players that Leeds has who they were not starting, which meant that there were some altercations and to the squad that won against Wolves. And Garcia made 4 subs, 4 changes. He basically switched from 2 center backs to 3 with Kristensen and Struijk coming in for McKennie, who drops to the bench, and Maximilian Wöber, who's out of the injury. Wilfred Gonto is sidelined and replaced by Summerville. Sinisterra started, Bamford didn't. For Arsenal, I think the one major change was Xhaka was feeling ill, so he was out. That meant that Gabriel Jesus could start the game along with Trossard on the right. So Trossard been playing central, or Gabriel Martinelli was playing central, but then Martinelli went to the left. Trossard went to the right with Gabriel Jesus starting. One bigger issue for Arteta is to think about the center back situation right now, because he had Holding playing the game. Because both Saliba and Tomiyasu, Saliba is injured for some time, but then Tomiyasu is out for the season after a knee injury. So that's going to be a big blow, and then we're going to see like how does that affect the game as well for Arteta and Arsenal to kind of win for their claim to the Premier League title. And that's going to be very interesting to watch as well. But pretty straightforward in my mind. Arsenal, regained their 8-point lead at the top of the Premier League, thrashing Leeds United. The away side had chances through Summerville and Harrison with the game goalless, but Ramsdale was there to deny the pair with simple stops. Gaining momentum, it was the Gunners. Arsenal scored the first goal against the run of play. And it was a penalty conceded by Ayling, who kind of was on the ground already, and it touched Jesus, who also took the penalty to kind of finish the first half 1-0. At the restart, the home side doubled their lead through White. Like, that was an amazing ball from seeing Ben White so far ahead, almost, and Martinelli finding him beautifully. It was amazing to see that goal, and it was 2-0 already up. Jesus then poked a pass from Trossard to make it 3-0, and then Kristensen scored a deflected goal in a way, which was deflected by Zinchenko, and Ramsdale was completely wrong-footed. He had no chance to save that. But Xhaka again found it was a beautiful header from him, from a beautiful cross from Odegaard, which found him, and he headed it right, slotted it right, far from Melier in the bottom left corner, and that's just how it ended. And that's Arsenal just showing intent that they want to win this at any cost, but also the fact that they're the momentum they have. It's almost. That's what wins you Premier League titles as well, and I'm very sure that's what Arteta and Arsenal fans want that happen, to continue the streak to a point where they actually win it. Next up for Arsenal, they will be looking at a winning run to 8 games when they travel to Liverpool, and Leeds will be going to Nottingham Forest for a crucial game around the bottom of the table. Leeds United right now are at 16th place, 26 points. There's not a lot kind of away, but then Nottingham Forest is 27 points. So of course a win against Nottingham would kind of get them better. What was also interesting is like Bournemouth won their game today, so they are 15th. So and it just gets tighter and tighter at the bottom. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Arsenal, Arteta, Odegaard, Martinelli, Xhaka. It almost feels like if they have a problem, somebody else steps up. Like Saka was ill, Trossard stepped up, Gabriel Jesus stepped up, and they keep winning games. And that's going to be interesting. I'm just curious about the situation at the back for Arsenal. Like, how many games can they play? They're only playing the Premier League, so that's a little easier for them to kind of think about. But well, anything can happen. Rob Holding is still playing, and hopefully Saliba will be back. So they don't have a lot of options there. But then they did manage well with Ben White playing the right. But they have options there as well with Tierney. I'm very sure that there's something that can be worked around. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? What do you think about the game? What do you think about chances for Arsenal right now? And what do you think Leeds ends up? Catch you, and do like this video, do share, and do subscribe. Catch you in the next one.